Oh, I hit my laptop right as I went live. What up, everybody? Good morning. It is Thursday, November the 18th, and we're going to have a morning crypto talk. I'm going to keep this brief today as I only have one specific thing that I want to cover and talk about today. All right? Man, woke up and watched my Facebook. Good day in the morning. When you in HD, you can see everything. All right? How about this? Let's take a look at this. I woke up today, and typically one of the first things I do is I'm waking up and opening my eyes, checking my portfolio. It's bad. I don't recommend doing that. All right, especially if you're somebody like me that I'm considering myself a long-term holder for the stuff that I talk about on my YouTube channel. All right. Now, I started doing some research, and I guess for legal reasons, I have to say the financial disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not certified to give financial advice. I'm a regular old dude looking at the market, seeing what's going on, and just talking about what I'm observing. Okay. So now that that's said, let's take a look at some things. Coinmarketcap. I woke up today and I saw that my portfolio was down like 30%. And I'm like, what in the world happened? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and talk about one particular thing because SHIB is doing okay. It's not bad. It's still kind of it's down 6.9% in a 24-hour time span, but that's okay. I'm not tripping about this one. Okay, sitting at 25 billion in the current market cap. The rest of the cryptocurrency space is down 1.8% over the last day, and the global crypto market cap is still at that decline. Now you're at about 2.6 trillion. Okay, so you have all of this happening, and then I'm like, all right, let me go check what one of my other biggest bags is, and see why my portfolio is down so much. And then I looked up here. Now, if you can't see this, it says Willie D, a partner of Saitama, sentenced in wire fraud scam. For more information on the partnership, visit here. FBI press releases, visit here. So now they talk about do your own research, and I've said it on my channel before. If I would have opened this up and saw this without having done my own prior research, as I was looking into Saitama, this might have scared me a bit. But I already knew this. This is old news. Okay. Yes. The rapper, who is a marketing partner of Saitama, was a part of a wire fraud incident that he got convicted of in 2010. And it had something to do with selling cell phones and not actually shipping those cell phones out and keeping the money. Okay. This I already knew about. Okay. The reason why it did not scare me when I saw it this morning was I did my own research and I saw this already. Okay. Now, if you look at Saitama, and I bought a little bit before this happened, I purchased yesterday. Now, I'm not happy that I woke up and realized I could have waited and gotten it when it was a lot less cheaper than what it was when I got into it, but that's all right. Looking at the products and what their roadmap is, this doesn't scare me one bit. Looking at this red banner up here at the top, pink or whatever color that this is old news. Okay, so I don't know if people saw this and was like, "Oh, it's a rug pull, it's a scam, I'm out." And if they do that, I don't blame them. Okay, I don't blame them one bit. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and because of the products that Saitama is putting out, I'm all for it. If I had more capital, I'd get more this morning as soon as I'm done with this live stream. But I'm out of capital until I get paid. So if you click on here, it brings up the partnership announcement that is a marketing press release. Okay. That's old news too. And that's just talking about how they're bringing him on to basically be like a public, talking piece for the project. Okay, that's what marketing does. And then when you look at the FBI press release, you see the press release from November of 2010. In other articles, when I was doing my own research, when I was looking at Saitama, and I saw that a Willie D was one of the names that popped up, because I became aware of Saitama back in Octoberish, October this year, when a friend of mine had put me on, and I saw that Willie D was doing a couple of videos, and I was like, Willie D, why does he look familiar? If you're into hip hop, you know he was one half. Yeah, he was part of the Ghetto Boys. Okay, I don't really like their music, but being that I know a little bit about hip hop, I knew who he was. Okay, but I wasn't necessarily a fan of his music. It just wasn't my style. But I knew who he was. I knew about this incident, and it wasn't one of those things that it made me take pause, because it's like, well, what does the project do? Okay, so I took it as the cryptocurrency is still a project that I believe, with the products and the things that they have on their roadmap, it is still going to be successful. And I have this same conviction about this project, the same way that I had a conviction about Facebook. So I have a quick little story, and then I'm going to end this live stream. Back when Facebook was just now announcing their IPO, I was like all in on it, okay? All in on it. And I was talking to different people at my job saying, hey, Facebook's about to go public. I think it's a big deal, because at the time, Facebook wasn't even the way that it was now, where you could be, it wasn't as integrated as it was. And there's somebody that came out and said, I'm not going to repeat it, but screw Coinmarketcap. Hey, I'm with you exactly. I'm with you exactly. Now, I highlighted this to talk about what they're doing. The question would be why? The question would be, why are they doing this? Okay, that's what I would like to know. There are some speculations, and I'm not going to go into what the leading theory is, but I can believe it. Okay, I would say, if you're somebody that want to try to understand what the leading theory is, um, go through social media, go through Twitter, see what other people are talking about, and analyze that news yourself. All right. But to me, it doesn't make sense to list this up here now. My question goes, why now? Because if you check Etherscan, all right, if you check Etherscan, Binance has bought a crap ton of Saitama already. Are they buying more? We'll find out. If you can see on Etherscan a large purchase of Saitama by Binance, or another large purchase, then there's your theory right there. Okay, so I'm going to keep that at that. But back to my story. Facebook at the time, before it went public, was already kind of integrated into some things, and they had a bit of a clear vision and roadmap on kind of where they was going. When Facebook initially first came out, their IPO was trading around about 40 something odd dollars. Okay. Before it went public, though, I was telling people, hey, look, I'm thinking about getting a loan and buying as much as Facebook stock as I'm allowed to with that loan, because I can see 5 years down the road Facebook taking off. Okay. And everybody that I talked to only looked at Facebook as just a social media platform. Oh, it's just where people go to post pictures and XYZ, or don't you see what MySpace did and how that didn't do well? And I'm just like, but it's apples and oranges. Okay. Like, taking a look at what Facebook was doing, they didn't have the Facebook marketplace. There was some other stuff that they didn't have, but they talked about it. Facebook gaming was also popular at the time as well. And I'm just like, I don't see how y'all can't see this. But I let a lot of people talk me out of it, to where I didn't take the loan to purchase the stock. I was going to get 10 grand. Matter of fact, I was already approved for a 10 grand loan from my bank. I was going to buy as many shares as I could of Facebook. All right. And Facebook IPO came, and the stock price dropped. It went from 40 something to 20 something dollars, like in the first day. And all the people that I was talking about, see, I told you Facebook wasn't going to be a good buy, but I still had that strong conviction about it. but I let other people talk me out of it. All right. Not even like 5 or 6 months later, Facebook stock like tripled. Like it got up to about 60 some odd dollars from where that dropped from. And it's been on a steady incline since. And you can see where Facebook's at now. I think it's at $300 some a share. This is just off the top of my head. I own a couple of shares now. All right. But I wish I would have taken that $10,000 loan and gotten as many shares as I could have gotten with it. Because I could have paid my loan back within 2 months, and I'd still be up a lot more than what I was. And this was back in 2000, and when did it go public? Around 2010 time frame, 2010, 2011, because it was when I was living in Kansas. Okay. The reason why I brought that up is this: I have that same conviction about Saitama. Looking at the roadmap, looking what saitama is going to do, looking at everything else that they're trying to bring out into the cryptocurrency space within the next year or two. Y'all are going to see this price. It's likely, and I'm going to say likely because I can't definitively say that it's going to eat a couple of these zeros. And if you bought anywhere back here, you're going to be happy. That's where I'm riding my horse at. Okay. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It did suck to wake up and see my portfolio down as it was, and that's why it's important to diversify. Don't get me wrong. I've shared on here. My portfolio is 40% Saitama, 40% Shield, 10% Safe Moon, 10% everything else. And what I mean by everything else is like the blue chip cryptos, if you will. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, and then I have dart throws that I have whenever I have extra capital. Okay. And some of those dart throws I'm going to talk about because I've been going through Etherscan, learning how to read Etherscan, and I'm starting to see some tokens that are really small cap tokens right now by market cap that a lot of people that have large holdings of certain tokens also have holdings of these other not so quite out there cryptocurrencies as well. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. I don't know when I'm going to put it out, but I'm going to record it and get that video out soon. Anyway, that's my video for today. I'm not tripping. I'm not panicking. Coinmarketcap, man, y'all, that is a interesting move that y'all decided to pull by posting up that banner on Saitama. So the question that, like I said, I'd be telling people is to ask yourself why. Okay. As always, do your own research. If you did and you've heard of Saitama and you did like I did and it was like, all right, well, who are the players involved? Who is Russell? Who is, Saitama Guru? Who is Willie D? What is he talking about? Why is he talking about Saitama? Always ask yourself why. I asked myself why when I saw the partnership earlier on Saitama. So I already knew about this 10-year-old news that CoinMarketCap decided to put up here today. Okay? So that's my video for today. Thanks for the people that tuned in this morning. And I'll be back on tomorrow morning to give some cryptocurrency news the way that I see it. Take care. Peace.